We want to bring you the story of Sue Spears, who's been working decades to keep the spirit and the history of a sacred East Austin space alive. In a busy East Austin neighborhood sits a peaceful oasis, a place of homecoming and history.
Every stone out here has a story.
And for more than 30 years, Sue Spears has worked to unearth the past, making sure Bethany, the first African-American cemetery in Austin, is not forgotten.
This is a kind of an archive of what East Austin was.
In the 1990s, the cemetery was abandoned, an overgrown lot filled with trash. Parents worried about students at nearby Sims Elementary taking a trail through the high weeds to get home.
So I started walking the trail, and then after walking the trail, I started to see stones. And I was like, okay, this is just not a trail, this is actually a cemetery. And it was really shocking to me because I am a native Austinite, went to Sims Elementary School, lived in this neighborhood my whole life, and didn't realize that this was a cemetery or the significance of it.
Spears made it her mission to bring this sacred space back to life.
These people lived through slavery, emancipation, Jim Crow, and for them not to have a decent place to be buried, that really bothered me.
Spears and other volunteers have spent countless hours mowing the grounds, cleaning and restoring headstones, discovering the stories of those laid to rest here, from prominent East Austin families to others with ties to the University of Texas.
The students, when he passed, raised money and bought this marker for him.
There are Buffalo soldiers, business owners, service members, those who endured slavery, and beloved children. She even helped add QR codes on some graves so people can dig a little deeper to find out more about their lives.
We have people that just want to learn the stories.
And Spears is still working to figure out others whose names and gravestones are lost to time. While she's busy preserving the past, there's also the future to think about. There's plans for a massive new development to be built next door. Spears worked with developers and the city to make sure the cemetery remains untouched.
They're gonna put up a nice fence for the cemetery. They're gonna build a dog park on their property, so people will be less likely to walk their dogs and their animals in the cemetery grounds. One of the biggest things was they're going to do a ground scrape on their property to make sure that they're not disturbing any unmarked graves, and that was really important to us.
And Spears says she'll keep working to make sure these East Austin stories are never buried again.